I want to begin by appreciating this gesture. I want to appreciate that our team leader, Madame Rose, took it on from the very beginning. Around January, actually the events began earlier than March, but from around January, when we started appreciating the concept, I remember Dr. sharing with us the concept. That was the entry point. We requested for the concept so that we could appreciate what it was all about. And Madame Rose took it on because this was a quality assurance area, and therefore she's in charge of quality assurance for education in the district and assessment. And therefore she took it on together with all of us. I want to thank you and for remembering Kyegegwa, because for us, at least in the area of partnership, we are not new. We have so many partners in education. And so when you came in, we really relied on you because you were also partnering in our area of innovation. But also our thematic area of climate change and health, environment was key enough because our country, our ministry prioritizes, including, by the way, in the education sector strategic plan. If you can look at the thematic area 5, we are for environment. And for us, we go further to mainstream it in this district by the Green Schools Initiative. And so when you came in, it was luck on my side as a sector, because we are already implementing the Green Schools Initiative. So when we got you as partners, it was so easier for us to mainstream because we already had the champions of Green Schools Initiative, and it's the way to go. And how I wish that you also afford us some more time. We also promote the Green Schools Initiative, but you will also appreciate that most of our schools have been able to adapt the concept, and now we are trying to see it come out here. I want to appreciate you for the gesture of awards. So many assessments, so many essays go with appreciation, thank you, and sometimes we never even get feedback. But the gesture of awards will not only encourage the participants, but will also improve the competitiveness of our children and, of course, us as elders, to ensure that most of these events we participate fully and also realize the benefits of the same. Now, we have what we call patriotism in our education system. And when I read about the literature regarding Rotary, I looked at the patriotic element, selflessness in this. And we are mainstreaming patriotism, the love of self, the love of the country, so much, especially in our schools and more so in secondary schools. We are at the verge of suffering because we have not, as a country, fully, and humanity, we have not appreciated our environment. And so, if we have appreciated, we shall carve a small piece or part of our environment, but destroy the rest. So we won't care about what will happen in the neighborhood as long as for us we are safe, without knowing that the environment is spectacular. So we go everywhere, and where there is danger, it affects us. So I want to ask the learners, I want to ask the teachers, I want to ask the stakeholders to mainstream health and environment, because there is a direct correlation between that. So I want to thank you, and I want to promise that we are not going to let these certificates die. We are going to ensure that the knowledge that was attained is implemented but also exhibited in the lives of these participants and ourselves. I want to also request that in the future, if Rotary Club and Unacoh can equally continue partnering with us to promote the Green Schools initiative. We have been doing it, but schools have to provide for themselves in terms of seeding and the like. But how we wish that we are able to support the schools in terms of generating woodlots, but also for environmental conservation, but also for green cover in schools for beauty. I also want to request that now that we have conducted essay writing, we have the program of conducting debates, so that the sharp girls and boys you saw here can be able to develop their talents of research, like you have facilitated them, but also now of analyzing and assessing and presenting facts to the public. In one way or the other, we shall also be supporting the learning of these children, but also their assertiveness. When you look at these participants, the chairman was whispering to me, yes, but when you go now to their schools, these are the ones who stand out immediately. So when we take it on, we shall see so many, and when you are also in Kampala, you'll be able to watch that, oh, our Kyegegwa learners are shining. So we need to have it on a bigger scale. I want to welcome you once again to Kyegegwa. How I wish it's an annual event, so that we strengthen, we partner, and I can always ask and propose to my chairman and Minister of Education to also find some resources to support, so that we can widen the scope. I want to thank you so much and for listening to me, and I want to thank everyone who has contributed, especially Unacoh, in facilitating this event. I thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Degracias Kahero Sekimpi, outgoing Executive Director of Uganda National Association and Occupational Health, Unacoh, and also a member of the Rotary Club of Kampala North. The two organizations, Unacoh and Rotary Club of Kampala North, over the past few months have been working with the district local government of Kyegegwa to mobilize schools and pupils, students to deliberate, to think about and to write about climate change and health. One could talk a lot about climate change, and indeed it is very important. But its greater importance is how it affects the lives of the people, and that's why we link it to health. When there is climate change and we don't have water to grow food, people get malnourished. If people when there is drought and the water is not enough, they will get diseases which are related to lack of water. If we get too much rain, as happens in flooding and so on, then people get other diseases like diarrhea. Then when it comes to schools, of course, water is necessary, not only for keeping the place clean, but in terms of like menstrual hygiene for the girl child who is going to school. For the girls who go to school, it is so important for them to have clean water, so that when they have periods, they are not disadvantaged, they don't use the dirty water, and so on. So, in a nutshell, we were reflecting about those things in Kyegegwa district. Why Kyegegwa district? Because it is a partner with both Kampala North, Rotary Club, and Unacoh. And we hope with this activity, which will link up with what the education officer called the Green School Initiative, the Greening School Initiative, we are making like a brick, we are putting a brick on that initiative of the district, but which is also a brick on Rotary, which is also a brick for Unacoh. But more importantly for the people of Kyegegwa and Uganda.
Unacoh officials. The teachers, of schools, the wonderful and empowered learners. Mine is simple, to give a vote of thanks, and I take this opportunity to first of all acknowledge and thank the district for its partnership. Everything happens at the district, and if Unacoh was to maybe carry out an activity without this deep engagement with the district, and the Unacoh goes from Kampala to here and back. That's what in NGOs we call tourist kind of activity. But because of the engagement, deep engagement, enthusiasm and passion shown by the district officials and the district, we see this as an activity that is going to last, built to last and going to last forever. And I don't want to be very optimistic, but I see Kyegegwa going international with this kind of, the interaction I had, the comments, the commitment by the district. I cannot thank you enough. Rotary, I am a passionate friend of Rotary. I'm not a member, and I have very many friends of Rotary who have persuaded, encouraged, and done everything to get me into Rotary. I may not say here why I have not become a member of Rotary, but I think by those many associations, I'm kind of like, you call it allied member or that kind of member. Associated. And big thanks to you for the wonderful support and the partnership, and it's so interesting. Unacoh, the Rotary, the Unacoh. So there's a lot of intermingling there, but I think that force is also very powerful in making this activity the way it has gone. And a big thank you to Rotary. Thank you to each and every one of you. Mentioned names. All glory goes to God. Thank you once again. I think we need to give a big clap to each one of us.
Thank you very much, MC, for this function. Our guest of honor today, all the members from the local government. Like my brother mentioned, of course, as a family, we are very passionate about this program, and we've been working with him behind the scenes to support this effort, and we shall continue. For those who don't know, I'm the one, and I'm happy to be associated with this arrangement, and I'm grateful for all the arrangements. Thank you so much, and I hand back to the MC.
So much.
The DO and the staff, the head teachers and teachers present, the learners, our beautiful learners, congratulations. I want also to take this opportunity to thank Unacoh and the Rotary Club Kampala for this beautiful activity. It is very wonderful. And to our learners, congratulations, and I want to thank you and the teachers, because this exercise is also another method of learning. And therefore, they have started doing research, and you have participated in a wonderful theme, climate change and health, which is now a global challenge. But if you get to know about climate change and the causes, and probably, I hope you also suggested some solutions in your essay writing, then we shall have good cadres for environment in the Kyegegwa district. But it also helps you the runners, when you go for writing your exams, PRE, UCE, and CAE, then you'll be able to know how to write an essay, how to tackle a question, and make sure that you perform well. This is a very good exercise, and I want to encourage our learners to continue writing, not only to wait for Unacoh and the Rotary Club to bring a topic and you write, but you can also initiate your own topics and write. Then we probably give your teacher or your head teacher for marking. It will help you in your learning processes. As the DO has requested, Rotary Club and Unacoh, I'm also requesting that let this be done every year to help our students, and also to see how Kyegegwa is grown in terms of education. And I thank Dr. Sekindi. Of course, he contributed those trees he has mentioned. This gentleman has mentioned the name which I have never heard. Contributed the seedlings in Hapuyo, we also contributed in Hapuyo, but now the idea of giving schools is also most welcome, because we can use these trees in the marketing boundaries of the schools so that people don't approach on that. But also we can give the students to plant a tree, so that even when he leaves the school, he can come back and say, it is me who planted that tree. So it is also very important. My dear, you have said that we can also have some resources set aside for such an activity, and do support it. And beginning with this budget, the coming budget, in case you get some resources somewhere, you never know, the financial year has not yet started. So please remind me so that we support it and it becomes an annual event. I want once again to thank the teachers for preparing our children. Thank you so much. And I want to thank the learners for being smart. You are really smart. You are progressive. With those few remarks, allow me to stop from here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
It's Isaac Okulo. I'm the president of the Rotary Club of Kampala North. The Rotary Club of Kampala North is happy to partner with Unacoh to carry out this project, Kyegegwa, a project related to climate change and health. Climate change is affected, the environment is affected by climate change, and our project is majorly in the focus area of environment in Rotary. This project is championed by Unacoh with Rotary Club of Kampala North as a partner. Entailed an essay, writing an essay competition on climate and health. The students from 20 schools, a total of 40 students, participated in an essay where they wrote what they knew or what they know about climate and health. It has been an interesting topic to the students who participated. From their reports, they have enjoyed writing about it,
It has expanded their knowledge on climate change and health, and it has also uplifted their schools, their individual schools, in the arena of promoting clean environment. The students have all been awarded certificates to show that they have participated in this competition, and 9 students who have been winners in this competition have also been awarded additional winning certificates. This is a motivation to our young ones. In future, they have all expressed interest in, a number of them have expressed interest in joining fields related already to climate and health. Being a medical person myself, I have encouraged them, of course, to come to Makerere where I teach, to join the medical field. We are glad that the district is very supportive of this undertaking. We are particularly proud of our member, Dr. Deo Sekimpi, who has, in addition to mobilizing the participation in this competition, donated tree seedlings for planting. And this has also been distributed amongst the students and the schools. So the Rotary Club of Kampala North is proud to be making this contribution in the preservation of our environment through teaching the children, training the children.
Everyone, my name is Motes Yvette from Bujibuli Secondary School, and right now we are at Humura Primary School that is located in Kyegegwa district, and today we've been hosted by 2 different organizations, that's Unacoh and Kampala North. And I'm glad to be one of the participants, and we've actually got certificates, and I'm glad. One thing I've learned is that this earth is beautiful and it's our mother. When we treat it bad, it treats us bad. So I thank them because they provided us with trees, and we are going to plant them so that we can keep Mother Nature beautiful and shining, so that we can get fluids from her. Thank you.
My name is Godfrey Musime, a student from Humura Secondary School. And today I'm glad that we have been hosted here at Humura Primary School, mainly to talk about climate. And really it was true to call Uganda the Pearl of Africa because of the good fauna and flora, mountains and valleys. So when I talk about climate, I try to compare the climate of the past and the of now. Because when we try to see that for our grands, they used to live a happy life where they used to enjoy the fresh air, flora and fauna, valleys and mountains. But of these days, those have been distracted due to construction of industries, infrastructures like roads, and of which have led also contributed much about the destruction of the climate. And then we have seen that they have also talked about the factors that have led to climatic change, like deforestation, whereby people are cutting down trees for land to practice agriculture and even for settlement. But here I can advise my fellow Ugandans that when you plant one, at least try to plant 3. When you cut, try to also plant. And then we have also seen that our grands used to live a happy life where they used to obtain their food naturally, without interfering with the environment. Here, Ugandans, we should take care because of, like now, Ugandans do use a lot of chemicals in preventing of like weeds and pesticides. Here, I'm advising my fellow Ugandans at least to use the local methods. For example, using of organic fertilizers rather than using weed masters to practice that. So, according to what I have learned, I just encourage my fellow Ugandans to keep our environment, because when you keep the environment badly, it also treats you in a wrong way. Okay, that's what I can say.
Esther. ninduga mu Kyegegwa district kandi nsomera Humura Secondary School. Olunaku lwakyo tubaire lunaku lulungi akwe nyegera ebintu bingi ebimanyita kumanya mu bwomezi bwange mbihurira bunaku hati nyabirora mu maiso ganga n'amaiso ganga kiro kino nyegere enkwatagana n'ekikaro ekitukwikaramu emiti netuyamba mu ngeri ki enyanja amaizi buli kimu mazima gali bine ebine mazima gali nibituyamba na mbere tusha abokuba emiti etuyambire mazima gali abokuba nanye banyegeseze emigaso y'emiti munsi muno egi emiti yone yinkurole eino omubazi netuyamba kutukiza mu ndwaire zitalizimu mazima gali kibaire kirungi kandi ekyakandi nyegeti rimwe ihanga lyetu lyone lya Uganda ligireho obulungi bwayo habwokugamba ngo emiti ebikale birungi amaizi agakuyamba kuleta enzura egi emiti naye yambire amaizi ago obutoma nabyo bituyambire twakwerinzire kutema emiti oborabo temera omuti ningamba okutaireho nk'emiti ebiri kubyala emiti esobole kwikala nekura etuyambeho mu ngeri endi ezitalizemu hakuba obwokusala emiti nyenki ekikalo kya nyenki amazima gali nituze kusanga amaizi gomere kandi tutandike kubonaabona bw'amaizi emiti egyo bwekubeeroho enenge kwekutuyambamu obworabo temera emiti make sure hakire kukolera muno okole muno tekemu amaani obyale nk'emiti yawe etaano emiti entuleke kusala emiti habwokuba amazima gali kusala emiti ekikalo tikikusooka kulungi omusana negwongera kwaka muno habwokuba emiti teri mu kikalo kandi ego emiti nabo bwokuba ogisazire amazima gali nembeho bwekuruga kuli ey'amaani emiti ego enenge kwekuyamba mu kutendeza embeho ego okutatwala bintu bingi.
Nayejulikana ama naitika kwa majina ya Ngeze Rafiki, nikiwa mwanafunzi wa kidato cha 6 kutokea Bujubuli shule ya upili. Siku ya leo tumekutana na wenzetu katika shule ya primary Umura tukizungumzia swala la kuhusu mazingira na usalama na vile ya kulinda mazingira yetu. Ni mambo ya mingi ambayo tumejifunza kufuatana namna gani tunaweza kuendelesha kupigana na shida ambazo tunakutana nazo kuhusu mabadiliko ya mazingira. Tumeangalia tunahitaji kufuatana na kulinda mazingira, tumeangalia watu wanahitaji kukata miti, kwa sababu kwa kukata miti tunapoteza maisha ya kesho, kwa kuwa tutakuwa na mambo mingi kama vile mvula ambazo hazitarajiwe na jua kali ambayo inaathiri mimea. Unakutana mimea hatupati chakula, na kufuatana na hayo yote tutafika wakati tunapoteza uzima. Pia nashukuru kwa kuwa siku ya leo nimekutana na wakubwa ambao nilikuwa sitarajii ama nilikuwa sidhani kama naweza kukutana nao maishani, ila leo nimepata nafasi ya kuungana nao, tunachangia mazungumzo. Kadhalika pia kwa wale ambao wamehusika wamepokea vyeti ama certificate ambazo zinaenda kuwasaidia kuonesha kama wanachangia ndani ya vikundi ambavyo vinaendelesha mazingira yetu. Na pia cha muhimu sana, nashukuru kwa kuwa viongozi wametupatia miti ambayo tunaenda tupande ndani ya shule zetu na pia manyumbani zetu, ambayo itakuwa pia ngao ingine ama ingine nguzo ya kuendelesha mazingira yetu. Kwa hiyo nashukuru sana kwa wale ambao wameandaa, na pia nashukuru sana kwa wasikilizaji. Tutende vema, tuendelee kulinda mazingira yetu kwa afya yetu ya kesho. Asante sana. Je réponds au nom de Ngeze Rafiki, provenant de Bujubuli, l'école secondaire de Bujubuli. Aujourd'hui, nous sommes en Kyegegwa en train de discuter sur l'affaire de l'environnement et la santé. Nous sommes en train d'étudier comment nos activités affectent, causent des problèmes sur notre santé, provenant de plupart sur réduire les arbres et aussi autres activités qui servent à tuer notre environnement. Nous avons bénéficié beaucoup de choses comme des certificats aux participants et participantes, et aussi nous avons eu une chance d'écouter au mot qui est très intéressant et important pour contribuer sur la bonne développement de notre environnement et bien sûr assurer que nous avons une bonne santé et une bonne future. Je suis très heureux aujourd'hui parce que tous les participants et participantes ont eu des arbres qu'ils vont planter dans leurs écoles et bien sûr dans leur déménage où il provient. Et aussi, nous avons eu une autre chance pour avoir cette manifestation chaque année où on aura la chance d'étudier et de développer un bon environnement pour notre bonne santé. Je vous remercie pour m'écouter. Thank you.